There are two kinds of hacker attacks. One is the UDP flood attack, and the other is to congest the network by making a large amount of network traffic flows. The above two attacks are DDoS, distributed denial of service attacks. Spear phishing is an email spoofing fraud attempt that targets a specific organization seeking unauthorized access to confidential data. Spear phishing attempts are not typically initiated by random hackers, or more likely to be conducted by perpetrators for financial gain to exchange confident or military information. Spear phishing attack currently has no solution right now. This attack cannot be detected. Trojan horse. Many hackers want to slip a virus on your computer. Once installed, a virus can record everything you type and send it back to the hacker. Drive-by downloads. Security software is good, but it isn't always enough. Programs on your computer might have weaknesses that hackers can use to bypass security software. Hackers can sneak malicious code onto legitimate websites. The code scans your computers for security holes. If it finds one, a virus can download and install without user notice. Many hackers want to slip a Trojan horse onto your computer. They use port scan, SSH password guess, RDP attack, and so on in the internet to slip a Trojan horse on your computer. Below, we will introduce and analyze various hacking techniques including RDP, port scan, SSH, UDP, DOS, and worm, and the most trendy technique nowadays, APT. First, let us explain what APT is. Taking a real-world example, in 2011, RSA and Sony became the two largest APT advanced persistent threat targets. Various conglomerates and international bodies also paid a significant amount of money to fix the trauma left by the hackers. The hackers seized a huge amount of client information and cost businesses tremendous amounts of money. The characteristics of APT's attacking. Target the specific, targeting government or businesses with a thorough attacking plan that may last days, weeks, months, or even longer. Malicious injection. The injection of illegal programs such as phishing emails, links, or Java loophole without users' notice. Phishing emails account for 91% of the total illegal programs. Later, we will show you in more detail to demonstrate the injection of the actual malicious program. Customized malicious component. Apart from using the existing program, hackers also customize programming components for attacking. Installing remote control system. Attackers will create a botnet that will force the victim to send copies of valuable files automatically to the CNC server for inspection. Next, let's simulate the RDP attack. First, let's go into Windows. After installing all the required programs, we will run the command prompt. Enter CD to go back to the C drive menu. Enter CD demo to go into the demo folder under the C drive. Enter dir to view all contents inside the folder. Next, let us look at the list of possible account names and passwords, or the so-called dictionary file. They can be found under usr.txt and pwd.txt. When nrack finish appears, the guessing finishes. We can see from above when the nrack finish appears, the guessing finishes. We can see from above the account and password of this IP are victim and 1QAZXSW2 respectively. With the account and password, the hacker can now intrude, attack, steal information, and control the computer. We will now simulate two computers with the hacker being green and the user, will call it sheep, being blue. First, we can see there's a shortcut on malicious software in hacker's desktop. This software is stored under the demo file in C drive. After opening the software, it will display that there's currently no IP captured. Next, we enter into the DOS environment. Enter cd demo to enter the demo file. Enter hack 192.168.0.1 IP account and password for attack. We can see that the hacker has successfully captured the sheep and obtained control. We could enter the control interface to observe and control the sheep's behavior by double-clicking. It includes information, hardware, OS, username, user group, copying and altering files, and giving commands. If we assume the authority level to be user, then the hacker could use this authority to expand, enter into screen capture using mouse and keyboard. Enter File, enter Document and Settings under C drive in victim's desktop. Shown above is the demonstration of using the APT attack to control or steal information from the sheep. Next, let us view the web interface of FM800A. From the RDP attack we just did, we will now check whether FM800A has been detected. Under Query, Daily Graphic, we can see the aqua blue light. This means the scanning has been successful under RDP attack. Next, click on the light. After entering, we can clearly see the source IP from the attacker and destination IP from the victim. Next, click on Flows to view the detail of every connection, including source IP, source port, destination IP, destination port, time duration, protocol, packets, and traffic. This proves the superiority of FM800A in detecting and shielding the RDP attack. Next, we will demonstrate the UDP attack. The concept of UDP is to use a large quantity of UDP package to shock the DNS server or the authentication server and to paralyze the firewall and the network. During the UDP flood attack, the attacker will send off a large amount of UDP package containing fake IP. Because UDP is non-linking, the hacker could attack at the moment the UDP package is open. let us first open UDP attacking program, insert target IP 192.168.0.222 and UDP port 53 to begin the attack. The screen has not changed, but once we open the task manager, we can see the internet usage rate spiking upwards. When we return to the attacking program and turn off the attack, the usage rate returns to normal. Next, let us view the web interface of FM800A. From the UDP flood we just did, we will now check whether FM800A has been detected. Under Query, Daily Graphic, we can see the brown light. This means the scanning has been successful under UDP flood. Next, click on the light. After entering, we can clearly see the source IP from the attacker and destination IP from the victim. The features of UDP flood are large packets. Next, click on Flows to view the detail of every connection, including source IP, source port, destination IP, destination port, time duration, protocol, packets, and traffic. This proves the superior ability of FM800A in detecting and shielding the UDP flood. Let's first introduce what port or communication port is. Port works like a service window in a bank. When you go into a bank and pick up a number tag for the queue, there will be a broadcast screen showing which number goes to which window. The difference is that there are 65,536 service windows, with certain windows available only for certain programs. Any port less than 1023 requires a root identity to enter. The following demonstration will allow a hacker to detect and search the current communication port on the internet. The most frequently seen communication port includes 22 port, 80 port, and 3389 port. First, open the shortcut port scan on the desktop. Enter guesstimated subnet or single IP. Next, enter the guesstimated communication port range. Let's assume 5000 here. Then click Scan. We can see that the current opening ports are 135, 139, 445, 554, 902, 912, 2554, and 2869. Next, let us view the web interface of FM800A. From the port scan we just did, we will now check whether FM800A has been detected. Under Query, Daily Graphic, we can see the blue light. This means the scanning has been successful under port scan. Next, click on the light. After entering, we can clearly see the source IP from the attacker and destination IP from the victim. Next, click on Flows to view the detail of every connection, including source IP, source port, destination IP, destination port, time duration, protocol, packets, and traffic. This proves the superior ability of FM800A in detecting and shielding the port scan. Next on, we will introduce the DOS relay attack and the worm attack in this part. Continuing from before, we will now introduce the DOS relay attack. This is one type of attack that uses large quantity of stations to congest the main server, preventing an unconnected user from connecting. For example, a car parking. Suppose one server can accept 100 connections at a time. When all connection spaces are used, the 101st connection will have to wait, creating troubles. The worm attack is the idea of exploring security weaknesses to conduct automatic invasion and to replicate malicious codes. The attack uses weaknesses from the operating system, user software, server, unsecure authority settings, and human habits. Through producing an enormous amount of sessions, the worm forces the infected computers to attack itself, both internally and externally. Internally, the hackers will increase its authority level and obtain greater confidential server data. Externally, the gigantic size session will paralyze the central internet, causing great damages. Go into the DOS mode. Assume we put the raw packet file under C drive. Enter CD to enter C drive. Enter CD raw packet to open up the raw packet file in C drive. Next, enter rawpacket.exe to execute the rawpacket.exe program. Without adding any other codes, the following will appear. Through verifying the internet car code, we can see that the external code is 1, and the DOS instruction is rawpacket I1, T1, SA192.168.0.123, DA 192.168.0.222, DP 80. Next, let us view the web interface of FM800A. From the DOS attack we just did, we will now check whether FM800A has been detected. Under Query, Daily Graphic, we can see the purple light. This means the scanning has been successful under DOS attack. Next, click on the light. After entering, we can clearly see the source IP from the attacker and destination IP from the victim. Next, click on Flows to view the detail of every connection, including source IP, source port, destination IP, destination port, time duration, protocol, packets, and traffic. This proves the superior ability of FM800A in detecting and shielding the DOS attack. Next, we'll start the worm code. The worm codes are as follows. Raw packet I1, T2, SA192.168.0.123, DA 10.0.0.0, DP 139. The T1 represents DOS, and the T2 represents the worm. SA is the camouflage source IP. DA is the attacking IP, and DP is the attacking port. Next, let us view the web interface of FM800A. From the worm attack we just did, we will now check whether FM800A has been detected. Under Query, Daily Graphic, we can see the green light. This means the scanning has been most successful under the worm attack. Next, click on the light. After entering, we can clearly see the source IP from the attacker and the large flows. This proves the superiority of FM800A in detecting and shielding the worm attack. Lastly, let us return to the reason behind the paralyzing of the internet. It is through 1. SSH, 2. RDP, and 3. Unsolvable Java loopholes, Microsoft system loopholes, and phishing, and lurk in the internal host and through the internal expand right behavior to grab the higher authority. Finally, start the DDoS attack, TCP flood, UDP flood, or to steal the secrets. The final purpose for the hacker is to invade the server to crash the internet or to steal information. However, why is the server not the PC? This is because most data is stored in the server, and most systems will set their server IP to the whitelist inside the server. Most servers also are not turned off like a normal computer. Thus, a server becomes the ultimate target for hackers. Furthermore, the server does not untie the packet or receive and send mail automatically except the mail server. It is very difficult to embed in Trojans directly, and that's why hackers attack the PC through SSH or RDP and start expanding the right behavior to obtain permission or privilege in an administrator or the server. The NBAD, Network Behavior Abnormal Detection, is the only solution for eruption and attacking, and with the real-time query function to defend against a hacker's attack and prevent data from leaking. To improve the above behavior, here's a sample of FlowViewer FM800A with the real-time query function.